Hello YouTube, this is Angel from the Credit Boom channel. I come to you guys once a week on Mondays to discuss everything related to credit education. No schools, no universities have taught credit, so I am taking that responsibility to show and share with you guys the struggles that I went with my credit so you don't have to. Guys, please hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and that like button. That'll help me spread this channel where it needs to go and tell everybody and show everybody how credit education works. Guys, on today's topic, I'm super excited, and I want to share with you the experience that happened with me with my credit. So, guys, the title, you saw it, Never Pay Collections or Charge-Offs. Let me repeat that because that's so important. Never pay for collections or charge-offs. I mean, you listen to that as, wow, that's crazy, isn't it? Well, guys, my credit was really bad at one time. I was in the low 500s. I went through bankruptcy. I had collections. I had charge-offs. I had a repossession, foreclosure. And back in 2008, it was very difficult for me. So, and in fact, this was the tipping point of my life, how credit was introduced to my life. I wanted to learn. I wanted to know more about credit. And because, unfortunately, of this unforeseen situation in my life that brought me down with pretty much losing everything, got me interested in credit and how the credit game works. And guys, just like anything, when you practice in anything that you do, you become good at it. So my main focus was credit, and I was focusing on that, and I practiced it and became good at it. So today, my credit score is over 800 because I know how the credit game works. So my job is to show and teach you guys how credit works so you guys can better your lifestyle and your credit as well. So in this video, we're going to be discussing, and you saw it in the topic, never pay for collections or charge-offs, okay? And I'm going to pretty much show you an example of what worked for me with my collections and my charge-offs. So in order to move forward, what do you need to do? You need to deal with the credit bureaus. The credit bureaus is what puts your information out there and pretty much gives you a credit score. So I got these reports. I started looking at TransUnion. I started looking at Equifax. I started looking at Experian, and I was noticing companies that I've never dealt with, companies that I never dealt with that pretty much had collections on my credit report. So I'm telling myself, I've never dealt with these people. I've never dealt with these companies. Why are they putting down a collection on my credit report? The burden of proof is on them. So I noticed all these collection companies on my credit bureaus, never dealt with them. So you know what? I'm going to dispute this. I'm going to dispute this and get this taken off my credit report because I have no idea what they are or who they are, and who gives them the right to report on my credit collections. Mind you, when you go through a bankruptcy or when you get a collection or a charge-off on your credit report, the creditor that you had credit with wrote off that debt. In other words, that debt doesn't exist. They wrote it off as loss, and they pretty much wrote it off as a tax credit, whatever reason they have. So you got these collection companies that buy this debt pennies to the dollar. So let's say you owe $300, they will pay the creditor $20 for it, or maybe $10 for it. And so what they do for a living is to try to collect this money. Anything over the $10 that they paid is pure profit to them, okay? So once this happens, you start getting these collection companies calling you and start harassing you. Hey, you owe this money, you owe this money, you owe this money, and they keep harassing you. So guys, what I'm about to tell you now is the most important thing about this video, okay? Never on the phone, never admit that you owe the debt and that you are confirming your identity with these collection companies. You don't have to. You don't know these people. They're calling you. They're harassing you to collect the money that supposedly you owe them, and you You don't. You've never dealt with them. All you know is you got the collection companies calling you saying that you owe money. You don't know them. What gives them the right? How they call you. So you pretty much, on the phone, he goes, you have the wrong number, and you hang up on them. Pretty much. If you get these companies that continue to harass you, what worked for me was they had me on the phone, and I go, you guys, this is pretty much the question I asked. Are you guys recording this? They're going to tell you yes. Is look, you have the wrong number. You are harassing me. Don't call me anymore. And click, and I hanged up. And that worked great for me because once you tell them on that recorded line that, hey, is this phone being recorded? And they say yes, then you tell them, look, you have the wrong number. You're harassing me. Don't call me anymore. You've pretty much, in a recorded line that they have on their end, put them on notice that you're being harassed and not to call you anymore. If they continue after that, they have a lawsuit on their hands. You can sue them for harassment. Now, guys, I'm not an attorney. This is for educational purposes only, and this is the experience that I had with my personal situation, okay? So that's how I dealt with those nuisance phone calls from collection companies calling you all the time. I pretty much say, look, you have the wrong number. Is this phone being recorded? Yes. Do not call this number anymore. I'm being harassed. Do not call anymore. And it worked great for me, guys. So take it for advice. Use that tactic. It worked great for me. And they won't call you anymore. So they stop calling me. I get the credit reports. I start disputing these letters because, guys, remember, the burden of proof is on them. They have to prove that those collections is you. Since they don't have that proof, guess what, guys? They have to remove it from your credit report. So, guys, never pay for a collection or charge-offs. I just gave you an example of how this works. I hope this helps. I'm trying to keep my videos short and sweet, to the point, and I gave you an example of what I went through to get my credit score over 800, and this was one of the examples that I did with my credit report. So, guys, I hope this helps. Please comment below. Tell me what you want to know on the next video. Help me spread, help me increase this channel. I want it to go out there to a lot of people and pretty much spread the knowledge on credit education and show people how to restore and fix their credit. Guys, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and that like button. Help me spread the word on knowledge, on credit, and pretty much help everybody to get the credit score that they want and they deserve so they can buy that house, buy that car, and get credit cards. Guys, with good credit, your life is going to change. Can't wait to see you next Monday. Take care.